Welcome in, beautiful souls. I have a message for you today. I woke up this morning and immediately well, I didn't wake up willingly, but the cat was outside crying and it was like a terrible pouring down rain. So anyway, I ended up getting a download and I wanted to share it with you. So here we go. I was seeing a lot of number 7s and number 4s. And they're saying that you are being supported by the universe. But then when I started getting more into this, they actually came out with, "We love it when you listen." And I burst out laughing because I'm like, are you talking to me or are you talking to all of us? And so I'm going to say that they're talking to me, but also you. So they're going to love it when you listen. So they're saying that the universe wants to support you to reach your manifesting dreams. So they thought, I guess they figured that they wanted to give us a little bit of a lesson on what to remember when we're trying to manifest. Now, the number 7 is about your spiritual awakening and intuition and divine guidance. And you know, it's really weird. I get this like intense heat on my fingers when I get near these cards. That's really weird. Hold on a second. Yeah, that's really weird. I can feel the heat coming off these cards. But they feel cold, but they feel hot. At the same time, like I can feel heat radiating off of them. That's weird. I've never felt that before. Okay, so number 4s are about like solid foundations, hard work, building foundations really is what it is, and stability. So they're saying to take concrete disciplined steps towards your goals and not just relying on positive thinking, and follow your inner guidance, which is your intuition, right? And using daily actions, they need to be aligned with your higher spiritual purpose or your life's path. And they want you to manifest your dreams by combining your clear intentions with consistent hard work, and being authentic, and to trust in yourself and the divine guidance that's being offered. And what else here? Yeah, this will all help with you to persevere in your career and your spiritual growth and your self-discovery. So that's all they have for that download. Now, the other thing too is they had me throw these my astrology dice here. So it came out on Pluto and the 6th house, and it came out with Aries. Now, I'm just going to start with Aries because Aries is a heavy male energy. It also has a lot to do with the 1st house. The Aries is about leadership, like being a confident leader. So you're probably somebody that maybe you don't feel like that right now, that you're like, how could I lead, or what could I ever do to lead? But, you know, we all lead in different ways. And, you know, I felt the same way. I was just like, you know, I'm just a little old me. Like, I don't even want to talk. Like, I don't even want, I'm just like a wallflower. I'm a doormat. Like, who's going to listen to me? Like, what do I have to say that's really going to, like, what am I going to talk about? You know what I mean? So, but then yet here I am. So, like I said, like we all come in different shapes and sizes, and, you know, we all have our special gifts, and, you know, we all contribute in our own way. And so don't ever diminish your capabilities of what you can offer to the world and what the universe is going to help support you in. So never forget that, first off. And then also with the Aries, this has a lot to do with, you know, taking the action, because, you know, that heavy male energy, you know, that's all about action, right? You know, males are like doers. They're not about, you know, getting so much in their feelings. They're just more so like, just do it. Let's just get the show on the road kind of thing. So I think that's where they're referring to, like, all this action. And it also represents the 1st house. And the 1st house, again, is all about yourself. It's about how you view yourself, how the world will view you, how you process how you are in the world, and all that, right? So, you know, you could be like a little bit, you know, hung up on that maybe, or It could be something that's creating a bit of a barrier, maybe. And the other thing, too, is the sixth house. This has a lot to do with, well, the Virgo. So with a Virgo, they're all about like routine and serving others. And I think my dog is groaning at the door again. The sixth house is about, it's about like, this is where you get physical. Like, this is about your health, your work, and your desire to serve others. So you know, the Virgos are actually devoted to helping others too. I think I might have already said that. And they want to be useful in the physical realm. So they're going to do what they find would be useful. So I guess that's where you have to really like focus on yourself. My God, the dogs are just so annoying sometimes. Trying to work here. Star? My word. She has to go out, of course. I already did all this, but I'll be right back. Okay, sorry for the interruption. I was gone way longer than I was supposed to, and I forgot where I was. The dog had to go out, and then it was just a whole thing, and I think I was on the sixth house. Yeah, I think I was on the sixth house. So okay, yeah, I think I said everything about the sixth house. Like it's all about you know, the details of our lives, really, the sixth house, right? And then we ended up getting Pluto come out. And that was really interesting for Pluto because Pluto is about achieving the highest levels of spiritual awakening. And it's also the process. I mean, this process is never, it's never easy, and it's never cheap, and it's never fast. You know, it is a process. And it also governs secrets and undercover information. And that's really what a spiritual awakening is. It's like, you know, digging into all the, because they only leave breadcrumbs for us, right? So we're constantly always trying to, you know, figure out, well, what's this message, or what's that message, or what does this number mean, or that number, or why do I keep seeing this or that? You know what I mean? So it's all about, you know, exposing, you know, the areas in your life that will require total and complete transformation, because that's what a spiritual awakening will do. It will completely transform your whole life. You know, and I mean, sometimes it can transform it in a way that we never wanted or expected, right? So, I mean, I certainly didn't want it. Like, I didn't want my life to go the way it did, but it did anyway, nonetheless. And now here I am, and I'm much happier for it. Now, there's still aspects of my life that I wish were different, but they're not, and I'm just not going to dwell on that, because there's many aspects of my life that are very miraculous, and, you know, I wouldn't change that or trade that for anything. So I received a few new decks here, so they wanted me to use them. So I'm going to start with this deck first, because they wanted a Dimensions card. So let's see what they want here. So I'm not sure how they're going to support, like what information they're really going to bring. Oh, Lord Spirit, do you want this card? Okay. They told me no, they want it. They said no, they wanted me to cut it, but then they flipped that card out again. Okay. That's number 6 too. Okay, so they want me to cut the deck. Okay. Number's this one, 17. Oh, look, and there's number 6. I think there's a message in that number 6 because that's 3 times. Okay, so let me pull these 2 out. I mean, I could be wrong. Been wrong before. 32 makes 5s, and then you got 5 and 6. The steps, maybe? Because we have, oh yeah, because they were showing me 4s, they were showing me 7s, and then that's 5 and 6, so that's 4, 5, 6. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So, I guess I'll start with these cards, and this is a new deck, so I don't really know these cards. I only used them one time, that was last night, so I'm not really sure, oops, what these cards are. I mean, some of them I did pull out and read about them, but I just honestly don't really remember them. So, we have Pluto, the 6th house, and Aries. Okay, so I want this here, and this is also a new deck. This card I pulled out, and this card was on the bottom, so I'm going to assume that they want that card. Now, I have to read these because I don't know what these ones are. So the hexahedron, you know, because it's a square, it gives me that foundation, you know what I mean? Although a square is really 6 sides, but they refer to like number 4 as like a foundation because it's like 4 legs basically, right? Let me grab that book here. So I'm sure there's messages in all of these, and I don't want to cube, you know, and it's funny because they did say to me, like, they were so happy that I was listening to them because I pulled these cards and I'm like, are you sure you want these cards? And they're like, you're doing it again. I'm just like, okay, I'm going to listen. Oh, so pulling this card, this one here is seeking order in a situation that seems out of your control. You believe you have given your best to the matter of your inquiry, but you're feeling boxed in without room to move. It may be time to consciously step out of the confining situation in order to view and from a larger perspective. You may simply need a vacation or a little time away from everyday cares. Or perhaps this card ushers in a time of major change when you will be required to act in a manner that is not customary for you so that you can break free of a confinement you are experiencing. Before you act in a radical manner, step out of the box and seek new perspective. Seek wise counsel, talk to a friend, or most definitely ask for your inner guidance before initiating radical change. And you know, the card that comes underneath this is, okay, so they want me to read it so like it's this way. So this is like unfolding path. And this is actually quite interesting, this card, because this card represents how like finding your passion and knowing what moves you and then choosing that direction. And then look for the signs, you know, in life that will give you what you desire. So stepping out of the box and then get the new perspective of what your passion is. And your path will just automatically start unfolding for you as long as you're following the signs, because it does go hand in hand with your spiritual awakening, just if you're not aware, right? Okay, so now let's go to number, oh, my nose is so itchy. What's going on? Okay, so number 44. I think my gods are like tickling my nose or something, because they used to do that when I was a kid, and I used to get mad at them. I swear they used to use a feather and they used to just tickle the tip of my nose, and then they used to chuckle, and I used to get so dirty with them. I mean, I don't know if that's what they're doing now, but if that's what they're doing, they better knock it off. Okay, so this is called transmutation, number 44. And you know, I noticed that they showed me number 44 In this deck here, the deck that had these, there was a number 44 there too. So again, the fours, it has a lot to do with the foundation. Okay, and then this is intuitive navigation here. Okay, so the transmutation is dynamic change. So it says pulling this card suggests that there's a dynamic change at work in your life. This change is beyond what you have experienced before and promise to transmute the very core of your being into someone you might not recognize from your present perspective. When time and space are involved in a holographic rather than linear, or as the Hopi tradition, as a river on which you can travel forward and backward, it becomes clear that any event has more than one possible outcome. So quantum physics tells us that the observer affects the outcome of the experiment. Not experiment. Yeah, experiment. Metaphysical thought further suggests that by our intentions, we create our own future. And this is true, right? We do create our own future. So all views indicate that we as individuals have an effect on the holographic nature of reality. Once you realize and learn to utilize this function of intention, you have a responsibility not only the consequences of your behavior, but also the consequences of your thoughts. Know that you are a very powerful being of intention. Pay attention to all your thoughts and transmute the ones that trouble you or cause fear. By transmuting fear, we are helping to usher in unity, consciousness, heart connection, and compassion. Now, the intuitive navigation, this card here, this is the era of water. It is, it's about your creative thinking. It's about waking, dreaming. So it's about trusting your sense of direction and that everything is flowing and flowing with it. That is unique to you. So because everything is always flowing, like everything is always moving, you need to get into that flow and move with it and not against it. You know, this is really interesting because I noticed that in this transmutation card here, you know, I see like there's like lightning bolts and there's fire. These are sacred geometry type cards. So I know with sacred geometry, when they tend to bring out this type of geometry, sometimes this has a lot to do with activations in some sort. Okay, so let's go to 24, the calm here. 24. You know, this is like finding that calm within, right? This is the inner peace. So they're saying here that this card speaks to the ongoing process of returning to our calm within. Your life is likely filled with many wondrous things: family, friends, lovers, jobs, study. Each serves to stimulate and bring greater joy and growth. Each is important in defining who you are at this point in your life. Each consumes a piece of your time and energy. Occasionally, you experience periods when all the many things that compose daily life accumulate and become more than you can handle. This creates frustration and anxiety and disrupts the flow of positive creative energy. See how they're kind of like doing like this here? This is cool. This is interesting how they're doing it. Do you find yourself overstimulated by people and responsibilities? So they're saying what you can do is you can close your eyes and sit and breathe rhythmically allowing your breath to flow in and out in a relaxed manner, and ask that everyday cares leave your mind for just long enough so you may find the calm within that nurtures who you truly are. My third eye is buzzing like crazy here. Ask your inner guidance to offer wisdom as to what is most important, and release what you can. What you can. When you are relaxed and centered, when you are truly feel peace, gently re-enter your day with this calm perspective. Now, this card underneath here, the Shadow of Celestial, this is us and them. And you see how it's all these swords and stuff? This card here is about, fortunately, it's about the shadow that consumes the celestial realms. Now, this is about where there's like borders and wars. Like when the shadows consume the celestial realms, then borders are created and wars ensue, right? So this could, and then this could also have to do with like vicious relations, right? So, I mean, this could be like on a personal level, political level. It could be like in any of those realms, like it could be your job even, like, and then the misunderstandings develop from that. And then when when the misunderstandings happen, and then then it becomes like there's a difference of thinking, a difference of being. And then it's something that becomes built on like divisiveness. You know what I mean? Like the division starts there. So if you're constantly finding that calm within, so if you're having like, people are arguing with you or whatever, and you just go to that state of calm within, then you're going to shut that down, right? If you see something on the news or hear something like, about war or whatever, and it upsets you, well, you find that calm within. If you get fear, then you find that calm within. You keep bringing yourself back to that calm, because then you don't participate in it, because you are what your thoughts feed. You know what I mean? You are what you feed. Okay. So then we have Himalayan Passage, number 14. Number 14. Rebirth. And you know what? I see that there's the Om sign in that, in the middle of this card. The Om. The chant. I'm not sure I would clean this table. It's always dirty and full of dog hair. You wouldn't think I ever vacuum, but jeez. I guess have husky. Okay, so what is this card? This card explores your connection to... Oh, okay, hold on. So this is certain times and occurrences within each life transform that life forever. Sometimes they occur in quiet moments. Sometimes they happen as a result of challenging or traumatic events. This card explores your connection to such events, and asks you to take a fresh look at how they may be influenced that is presently transpiring in your life. Sorry. It's almost like my tongue is like moving in the wrong direction. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, so within the triangles, I don't know if you can see the triangles, but within the triangles are the 4 mountains of your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies. Okay? So the symbol in the center represents the Om. Yeah, see, this is, so that would be like considered your heart space is what I would think, right? So it holds a significant event or insight, past, present, or future in your awareness. Sense where it sits in your physical body. What does it feel like in your emotional body? What information does it bring to your to you mentally, and how does it affect your spiritual knowing? Each of these insights offers guidance surrounding the lessons you have been gifted. Each provides a means to a deeper understanding of events that transform your life and offer you rebirth. So thank Spirit for the opportunity to learn, grow, and change. Know that the ultimate gifts are healing and transformative or transformation. Use the sound of the Om to release any trauma and incorporate these insights in your present. And to show you the better sign of the Om, if you can't really see it in that card, see in this dish here, see the Om? That's the right there, right? That's what's in the middle of this card. Again, I don't know if you can see that very well. Okay. I mean, I bought that singing bowl specifically because of the sound that it creates from there. Okay. And Celestial Earth. I've never seen this card before. It's called Body Wisdom. And that came with, this was all about the body too. So let's see what this one has. I had to look that one up. Hold on. It's a weird book. Like, see how it's like, it's weird. Okay, Celestial Earth. What does it say here? As the celestial energies embody into the Earth's energy, they inform an intricate inquiry into one's form. The body is cosmos, personal well-being, and the connection between body and mind. This card is awareness of the inner and outer cycles of life and how they play out over time. It is a tuning into the body and asking for its wisdom, not just the health, but also for the magical dreaming senses which it has access to, which society has covered over with mechanical objectivity. You know, and that's one of the things that was in my download about manifest your dreams. Where was that? Or maybe it was in one of the cards that I read it. Okay. Oh, I think it was in one of the cards that I read it. Sorry. Oh, it must have been this one. I seem to be so distracted today. I don't really understand what's going on. It could be because my mind is a little bit on outside of what they're doing out there, and it's kind of bothering me because it's the day that they're culling the meat birds, and it always unnerves me. It kind of puts me on edge. I am taking life in, this one here. I am chewing on it. I am swallowing it down. I am digesting these experiences and casting out the parts that do not serve me. I take my rest and find myself in other worlds where my body is made of light. When I return, it is easy to dismiss, except that my body remembers and invites me to let the wisdom in. What is in my body? What is my body telling me about life right now? So that's why they want you to keep going back to the calm. See, this is all about finding your pathway, like looking things at it, finding that passion, going with the flow, asking yourself the intuitive navigation here, going in the calm, forgetting like the shadows that are trying to, all the shadows that try to prevent us from fulfilling our passions. That's interesting. So expanding Shri Yantra? Shri Yantra. I don't know. Shiantra, I guess. Making me say these words. Terrible at it. Okay. Oh, look, it's freedom. It means freedom. Okay, so what is it here you want them to know? Are you in need of a little adventure? Have the walls of your existence become too confining of late because of the box? You may be feeling constrained by your job, responsibilities, or a relationship that no longer works. Open your arms and embrace the light of your inner being. Know that you have always know that you always have choices, and that the choice you may be needing most is the freedom to be who you are, not someone the world expects you to be. Laugh out loud and kick up your heels, feel a breeze caressing your face, and realize that the winds of change will, by your choice, bring you to a place of greater joy and freedom. The wind, see the wind blowing in the sails here? The wind of change, going with the flow. And you need air to create fire, so it's the passion. I love how they're kind of doing it like this. So what's this one then? This is a new deck. I don't know what this one is. I don't even know where the book is. I want to start calling book. Have you ever seen the movie? It has Bette Midler in it, and it's the Halloween Town, or not Halloween Town, but the Halloween movie. And it's about the virgin that blows out the candle, and she has her book, and she screams, "Book!" That's what I wanted to start yelling, "Book!" Oh my God, I'm weird sometimes. Where's that book? Oh, there it is. Book. Anyway, enough of that. I'm so giddy. Oh, look, it's balance. So balance under this. Well, that makes sense, doesn't it? Let me move that out of the way here. Balance. Yeah, because, you see all these triangles up and down. This also gives me how, like, that masculine energy and the feminine energy has to be balanced out. Okay, so let's see what this one here is. Life is all about balance, and this card is here to help you create more balance in all aspects of your life. Work and play, relationship time and alone time, social time and quiet meditation, physical activity and rest, giving and receiving, feminine energy and masculine energy. Just like I said here with these triangles. Balancing out each aspect of your life will enable you to give your energy to the world in a much more grounded and centered way. And see, this is what they're talking about. It's about finding your purpose. It's about finding your passion. And when you find your passion and you start working towards that, the universe is going to support you in it. Because because they were bringing up about the sixth house and how it's like Virgo, and that is like serving others, right? And the universe is always going to support you if you want to serve others. So let's go number 26, sacred union. I think that has to do with like men and women, like relationships, being in a but I don't think that's what it is representing in this reading. Passion and spirit. No kidding. Passion and spirit. This vine also gives me like the DNA, like the double helix, the kundalini. And, it has these roses here too. Rosebuds that lead into opening of the lotus flower. So this card explores how love grows and intertwines and becomes holistic joining, like in the caduceus. Yeah, okay, that's the caduceus is where, in the like Archangel Raphael, and it has like the two snakes that are like entwining up, and then it has the two wings behind it. That's the caduceus, which symbolizes healing. Two roses entwined, the stems and blossoms of water lilies. Yeah, okay, I just said that. Finding and maintaining relationships is one of the most challenging and rewarding aspects of human experience. Some are fortunate. They find perfect partners early and develop lifetimes of joy and fulfillment, as just as the fairy tales portray. For others, the quest for love and romance is an elusive and even painful journey. Here, here. This card asks you to look closely at what you want from the person you have chosen or are seeking to be your life partner. Is this relationship dedicated solely by passion, sweet and exciting as that may be? Passion alone will not sustain love over time. Only when you share in passion and spirit will you find the path to lasting relationship. If this is your quest, then consult the intelligence of your heart, and by your intention, you will attract that sacred union into your life. But I really have a feeling that this has to do... Oh yeah, I just noticed that. I never really saw that in the card. I noticed it in the black and white in the book, but I see that this is a female and that's a male. But I really, the sacred union, I'm not sure. I mean, it might have to do for some people that are looking for a relationship, with their counterpart. But for this reading, I don't know if that really is for this reading. You know what I mean? This particular reading. I mean, that could be what you want to, that could be what your passion is. That could be what you're, trying to draw in. But, for others, they could be trying to draw in, what a passionate career. Do you know what I mean? Like their life purpose. And not everybody's life purpose is just to find the love of their life, right? They they want more than that. Let's see what number 40 is here. Because these are it's a new deck. It's the Alm. Just like the symbol in here that I showed you in the singing bowl. That's 3 times that they brought out the Alm. Well, twice I brought out the Alm. Okay, let's see what this one says here. Let me get rid of this book here. The meaning of this card is twofold. Firstly, it is calling for more time in meditation and prayer. Energetically, you are needing some time alone with yourself in your inner space. Through meditation, you are able to connect more deeply with your higher self and your guides. Energetically, this is vital for you. Secondly, this card calls you to focus on the power of your voice to facilitate the opening of your throat chakra. This vocal expression, whether through chant, prayer, or even singing, is important for you now. So I think like going into this calm space within and, you know what I mean, connecting here and asking your body, because your body has all that wisdom in it. Doing that chanting. Okay, let's see what else is here. Because I tried to pull a few of the cards out here, and a couple of them got stuck. So this deck here, when I pulled it out, this card got stuck in the box. I had to like shake it out. So it says, Guardian of the Threshold. You stand at a point of no return. The crow asks, are you guiding the way in or the way out? The collective dream. Your personal vision aligns with a larger group's aspiration. Your contribution is a key piece. It's funny too, because this deck here has keys on it. This is also a new deck. Okay, so I'm going to just set these aside here. And then I thought what was cool was that when I was pulling this deck out, the Aries card got stuck in the box. But the Aries dice came out. And then when I tried to move it, the Pluto card was on the bottom. Well, it's actually, it was on the top because they were like this in the box, right? So I thought, how interesting is that? Oh, I just split on Virgo. Okay, so we're going to move on here. I want to see what else is going on with this one here. Let's see what else they want to tell us here. Oh, I forgot to look on the bottom. Sorry, Spirit. Oops. It's your intention. Exactly, Spirit. It's your intention. You got to set that intention. Pyrite, too. Okay, hold on. You know, and these look like storm clouds here. And rain. You know, and this looks like with this lightning here. I don't know if that has to do with your thoughts again, this intention. Okay, is there another card you want out here? See how that landed like that? So, oh, there's two of them. Soul awakening. Oh, look, and transformation. You know, and they were bringing up the Caduceus, which are the snakes, right? Soul awakening. You know, they've been mentioning that a lot, right? Is there another card? Okay, one more. So because they had me move this more over here, this is really what's going to be that transformation. You know, see how this water is like whirlpooling and flowing? Because this all has to do with your vessel, right? And then your body. That's going to bring the transformation. Okay, so there's one more for over here. For the expanding and the sacred union. Look at that. The healer. The shaman. Number 14. Number 14. I thought I saw number 14 twice. Look. So you have this one here, and then you have 14. Oh, yeah, look at the hands. Look, see the two hands here, and then you just get the two hands here? I'm telling you, the universe is going to catch you. The universe is going to support you with whatever you decide to do. And look, rejuvenation's on the bottom again. Number 23. It's interesting. Moving forward. Yeah. Okay. All right. You want that card? Moving forward? Oops. I screwed that up. Sorry, Spirit. Oh, well. Okay. What else you want here? Okay. I swear to you, I was going to put the owl here on top of this deck, and I could have sworn that crow said, "Don't you put that owl on top of me." A great awakening through enlightenment. Evil is warded off by your devotion to good. Number 5, the holly tree. Permanence. That's interesting, isn't it? I think there's something here about the intention. So these kind of fell out here. So hope, health, love, and happiness, and the promise of all that springtime brings. The magnolia tree surprises. Protective powers against harm and bring victory through bravery. The juniper tree, security. The larch tree, good news. Success arrives with perseverance. No mountain is too high for the climb. No kidding. Okay, so this one goes here. This one goes here. And this comes out, and it comes right out with the mountain, because look, there's the mountain, right? The larch tree, good news. No mountain is too high for you to climb. Larch tree. The elder tree, protection. Your devotion to the divine laws of good links you to the strong protection of heavenly justice. And then every spring is a new beginning, bearing a multitude of budding possibilities. Vulnerability. They brought up spring twice here. I wonder if this is really, whatever you work on through from now till spring. There's something about this intention. They keep drawing my attention to this intention. Now, you might not think you're a healer, but healers come in many ways, shapes, and forms, right? I just split on good luck. Protection and good luck help you to advance confidently in the direction of your dreams. No kidding. It's a sacred union. Okay, so you want it like this. The calm within. And this is like sacred union, right? So this is sacred union with spirit. Inner spiritual strength is renewed, bringing peace, certainty, and stability to nourish your soul. And that's exactly what it'll do too, the yew tree. It will, like, when you start going into... I try to split it here, but it fell out here, so I have two splits. Aim high. Gifts of heaven will be granted to you. Dream, plan, and believe. Aspiration. This is your passion. You need to figure out what your passion is. Deserved victory can be measured by the obstacles conquered while attempting to succeed. A challenge. Yeah, look at it as a challenge, because, when you dream and it's something that you love so much and it's a passion of yours, the universe is going to support it, especially if it's going to benefit a higher purpose. You know what I mean? If it's going to benefit humans, animals, the earth in some way. Aim high. Absolutely. And don't let fear stop you, because that's something that they brought up early on, is that transmute any fear that you have, because fear, is what's going to hold you back from like all this beautiful, wonderful joy. And I noticed that they showed in one of these cards, sorry, Spirit, I did it again. I did it again. I don't know if I'll be able to find it now. Anyway, look, I just split and there's a snake. It had a dragonfly. And they're showing me dragonflies and butterflies. And they had me put on my bracelet that has a dragonfly on it, with a star and a love. So, if this is something that you can transform if you're doing it through love, and you'll be a star, whatever it is that you choose. What was I doing? Oh yeah, intention. I hear a lot of voices outside too, and I don't know. I don't like the days that they call the birds. Let's see. Here we go. I'm more of a love being, not a murdering one. Oh, I just realized. Look, number 18 and 18. Cool. Sorry, I'm so distracted today. 18. They just showed me the word freedom on number 12. And then a healer, number 14. Okay, let me read something here. They want me to read something here with this healer. They kind of got me stuck on it. So it's just a bunch of questions. Can you feel this truth, energy, and knowing deep within you? Do people naturally come to you for advice and feel comfortable in your presence? Have you been going through your own healing journey? Have you been asking the universe for confirmation of your life path? Do you have a natural way with animals and connection to the earth? Have you been wanting to venture into the healing arts? All of these are signs that you are a healer and you have been searching for, and it's time to connect deeply and awaken this important aspect of your soul. This is a natural part of your progression, and everything you have already been through in your life has made you ready to dive in to your healing gifts. You are encouraged to find a modality that inspires you, whether it is energy, healing, natural medicine, social work, or some sort of body movement. It's time to awaken your healing gifts and share them with the world. Whew, I'm getting right lightheaded here. Intention. Let's see. You have called this card into awareness to highlight the powerful energy of intention. You are the creator of your own world and destiny and can manifest your thoughts and heart's desires by working with the power of intention. No kidding. By setting an intention, you are planting a seed and creating a foundation for the energy of this intention to ground and manifest into your life. And this is exactly what they're talking about with this, the foundation. That was part of my download. Without intention, there would be nowhere for the creative energy to attach and move into form. That's the flow. Okay, is there anything else here? Have you been feeling a little off track and unsure of your intention? Is your energy scattered and your concentration on tasks lacking? And that's why I've been so I pick up every little thing when I do a reading. It's weird. And that's why I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I'm like all off. And, I was blaming it on the things outside, but I think it's just the energy of this reading. Has your mind been focused on intentions that you may not like to create? Whatever it is for you, know that currently it's important to become aware of your intentions. The answer to your prayers right now is hidden in your intentions. Take some time to find clarity around your intentions and dig deep to see if your current intentions have been aligning with higher truths. Intention is the blueprint for energy to align itself before it can be manifested. If the intention is not clear, then the manifestation can be disrupted and not expressed into its pure form. That's exactly what they were talking about with the flow here. And your path, your unfolding path. To find your passion and then go in that direction by following the signs, right? Yeah, because it'd be surprises. There'll be happiness in them. You'll find happy surprises. And then you'll realize this is really the way, right? So make your intentions align with your truths and heart's desire, and you will find yourself in the flow and things will come to you without effort. Your intentions create your reality, so choose wisely. So they're saying here that this, you see how like this wand here, it's all like twisted, kind of like what was going on with the twisting here and the snake and the caduceus. They're saying that this here was, it was a sacred tool of medicine people and would usually be constructed from a branch of a tree and have other medicine or objects attached to it. The staff was used in sacred ceremony and in personal meditation to activate and amplify the specific medicine of a person. The staff is a symbol of your journey and growth and on a spiritual path and holds your power within it, grounding it into physical plane. Each initiation and awakening of your life's journey is reflected and represented on the staff, symbolized by a feather, crystal, carving, or any other piece of nature that represents the wisdom and medicine that has been evoked within you. The staff is an outer manifestation of your power and can strongly assist in holding this power within you. It's time to journey with your own staff. And they're saying that pyrite might be able to help slow down the mind, and it focuses the mind into the present, and it assists with manifesting intentions. You know, you can make your own staff. When I was in the woods about, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago, it was still winter. They, my guides asked me to get a branch, and they wanted me to make a wand with it. And I do have it. I just haven't really gotten around to, I mean, I've dried it and I've done that, but I haven't like done anything other than that. Other than stripping the bark off the branch. And I haven't sanded it either. And that's funny too that they're bringing that up. Because they did want me to attach crystal to the top of it. So maybe that's something that you can do. Maybe what I'll do is I'll put down like how to make your own staff. I'll put that like, I'll put this like in the description box at the, like the top, so that you can easily find it. Okay, I'll keep that aside, so that that's something, man, that's why they wanted me to read all that, because I wouldn't have found it otherwise. I was just guided to do that when I was out into the woods that day, so that's what I was doing. Okay, you want a couple of these? It's on the bottom. Consciousness. This is also a new deck. Oh, consciousness on the bottom again. Focus your attention. No kidding. Well, have the belief and make it real. Funny spirit. The soul awakening. Oh, look at another 4. Okay, let's see what these are first here. Consolation. Find the patterns. Just like they said. You know, like, figure out your passion. Go with the flow. Follow the signs. Discernment. Judge wisely. Is there another one? Let's see here. Unify and balance. No kidding. Service. I was just thinking about that card too, and I was just thinking, you watch them come out with that service card, and sure enough they did. Funny spirit. That's what it's all about, right? Being service to others. Influence. Be aware. Contribution to the whole. Be aware. Cosmos, infinite and eternal. Another 10. You know, because 37 breaks down to a 10. You get another 10 here. That's cool. All right. What else here? What, this one here? Oh, wow. That was weird. Bow to the miraculous. More hands. See the hands? They're wanting you to receive. That's, you know, that's what I got when I saw those hands, because, you know, they showed the hands more than once. They have the hands, oops, that's upside down. They have the hands here, and then they have the hands here, and now they're showing the hands here. Okay, I'm not going to take that card. I'm just going to shuffle and see what comes out here. Simply believe. It's another 7. Okay, another card you want here, Spirit? Focus your mind. Another rose. I'm telling you, this they're just really pushing this. It's, you know, your mind and your thoughts, and become a mover. Look. See this dove? Become a mover. You know, this is a water sign too. It's going with the flow. And that comes out here on the water too, because the first card that came out here is about going with the flow. The air. And you know, the bird represents air, right? Air and water. That's cool. Okay, so simply believe. What's this one here? Embrace the light unknown. More hands. Okay, you want another card here, Spirit? The will to be free. Told you they were showing me butterflies, and they're talking about freedom over here too. It will bring freedom. To receive, let go. Okay, let's see. Is there another card here? Transcend the laws. Yeah, that's the law of the universe. See it's a matter of degrees. Okay. I don't know what these cards mean. I'm not even sure what the book is. Oh, Lordy babe. Guess I should have been more organized with these. I don't even know what these cards are. I don't even know the name of the cards. Shoot. Nope, that's a remote control. That's not it. Oh man, come on. That's not them. It's not that. Oh, it's these ones. Yeah, it's this. It's the Egyptian alchemy oracle. That's why. Okay. So number 6, focus your mind. Oh, well, I just opened it. Transformation is a state of mind. Okay. If your world is mental, how can your feet literally find solid ground? Are rocks and trees, buildings, and other humans not real? Does this truth reduce everything to ethereal inner imagery? You know how funny that they're talking about the finding solid ground, and this has all been about your foundation. Okay. Hermetic teachers claim the answer is both yes and no. If you think about it, we can't know the external world outside of our sensory perception related to everything and everyone around us. Remember that famous question, if a tree falls in the forest and no one around hears it, does it make a sound? Without getting lost in a philosophical speculation, the idea that we acquire knowledge through our senses is a useful starting point for grasping the importance of mind in relation to how you advance along the path of your spiritual evolution. I had to check, make sure it was still recording. Okay. So it says here, it's to deepen your understanding of this first great principle, the all is mind. The universe, your quality of life, and your level of being all rely on your ability to focus your mind. In the simplest terms, you need to focus to put into daily practice the tools of physical, mental, and spiritual transformation. You know, they were bringing up transformation quite a bit because the snakes and the butterflies and I almost said unicorn, but the dragonfly. Yeah, they did talk about that, didn't they? Do you need to let go of fixed ideas and old opinions? Are you ready to look at your life and your purpose in a new light? Is there another way? That's what they were just talking about, like that box. Like, you know, step outside that box, right? And get a different perspective. Become a mover. Number 2. These are interesting cards. Number 2. Okay, the 6th great Hermetic principle of cause and effect states that every cause has an effect. Every effect has its cause. And what we call chance is simply the name for events where the causes are unknown to us. On the physical level, weather, events like storms, drought. How funny, because look, it came out and I was saying, like, here it's got this, it was storming here, and then it's got the lightning. Funny spirit. And then of course, you know, like it looks like it's all this water is like falling, right? Or waterfall, I guess I should say. Oops. Okay. Oh, Lord. Okay. On the physical level, whether events like storms, drought, or tsunamis are the effects of preceding meteorology conditions. In the mental dimension, emotions, thoughts, and opinions spark each other in the endless chain of cause and effect. On the spiritual plane, experiences on one level may prepare the way for experiences on a higher level. Become the mover. This card calls you to learn the ways of mental alchemy and self-mastery and become more than you just a link in the unconscious chain of cause and effect. By understanding and applying the principle of causation, you lift your chemistry and consciousness above the mechanical laws of a particular plane and move higher on the scale of being, and have the divine potential to be far more than just a pawn in the game of life and creation. Become a cause, not just an effect. Lift your level of being and move towards the light. Wow. They're bringing that up a lot. Hold on, I need a drink. So simply believe, number 7. Okay, let me see what the... So the green represents the mind. Okay. So this Hermetic principle, the all is mind, the universe is mental. Yeah, okay, we know that. Recognized in business and professional life, in sports, politics, religion, and faith. Completing any task at hand involves focus, attention, commitment, including the determination to never give up, to overcome challenges, and emerge successful. There is no shortage of examples throughout history that exemplify the power of the mind in service in either the good or the bad. Remarkable stories of courage and will to overcome all obstacles are well known to us, as well as, unfortunately, dark chapters and periods when dictators or ruthless leaders use their mental powers to abuse their authority. The 7th card, the all, is mind suit, simply believe, urges you to understand the relationship of belief to the mind and being. The simple, unshakable confidence in your own abilities or commitment to a methodology, philosophy, or faith can conquer all obstacles and transform your life and yourself, heart, mind, and soul. You know, and that's where it comes out again. It comes out with like your soul awakening, and then it's like the calm within. And then of course it comes out with it comes out even like where it has here, like where they, you know, they create this celestial shadow where it's like the border, which then, you know, creates conflict and divisiveness and all that, right? That's cool that I love how they do that. Okay, so embrace the unknown light. Number 5. All is the womb of the universe. Don't worry if you find this hard to understand. In essence, the all is unknowable. The gift of consciousness helps us to extrapolate from finite mind to begin to appreciate that the Hermetic teaching describes as infinite living mind. You are invited to take the plunge into the unknown, to bathe in the contemplation of the eternal. Allow yourself to be both confronted and guided by the divine paradox of the Hermetic teaching, that all life and creation, including mankind, exists entirely within the meditative dream state of the infinite mind of the all. And yet, we must base our life, actions, and thoughts on its concrete reality. The 5th card, embrace the light unknown, urges you to heed the call of the Hermetic teachings to keep your mind ever on the star. But let your eyes, oh my God. And you know what? I just remember like this card I left off with the star here, the cosmos, infinite and eternal. But let your eyes watch over your footsteps, lest you fall into the mire of reason of your upward gaze. You are called to surrender to the great mystery of the universe and human existence. Let go of your knowing and your need to know. Step upon the path that leads to the light. That's cool. And you know, it also came out like with the mountain here, the transformation, the service to contribute to the whole. You know, your body wisdom. Because your body holds all the wisdom, like your soul knows. And then it comes out here on the expanded Shri Yantra, or whatever that is, word that is. Okay, so see, it's a matter of degrees. Let's see what that one is. I like getting new cards, but it's really, you know, it takes a long time to know what they're all about, and I have to read them. Set of matter of degrees. I mean, Spirit knows what they're doing. I'm just the reader here. You know what I mean? I'm just following along. Okay, going with the flow. Let's see. Polarity reconciles aspects of our life and experiences that seem extra contradictory, shedding light on events and situations we may have found perplexing. In interpersonal relationships, oh, that's interesting because it came out on this card too, and that's about relationships. You know, it's all about the harmony, unify, and balance. Okay. You know, and it's been a lot about like this card and this card's been, you know, it has a lot to do with the alm, but it also has a lot to do with the male and female aspects, right? So, but is there, okay, the interpersonal relationship, we've heard the saying opposites attract, but is there a deeper meaning here? The building blocks of life, atoms, are formed by the unity of positivity, positive, jeez, okay, you know what I'm saying, right? Or trying to say, and negativity, charged particles, and the physical world provides many examples to illustrate the idea of opposites and contemplate and define each other. Hot and cold, high and low, north and south, light and dark. This card invites you to explore your limitless potential. You have the ability to move, mind, and being along any continuum of polar opposites, from sadness to happiness, hate to love, or fear to courage. Use this key to unlock the door to your spiritual dimension. Matter and spirit lie at opposite ends of the same spectrum. That's cool. It's just a matter of degrees. You are called to put this new understanding into practice. Stop, breathe, allow yourself to be embraced by stillness. From here, everything is possible. Wow, I love these cards. These are like, I love how, like, I mean, these are all new cards. Well, not all new cards, but like this is a new deck. This is a new deck. This is a new deck. I mean, and this is a brand new deck. But yet they pulled out all the cards that, like, I mean, this is still a fairly new deck, and so is this round one. I mean, I'm just starting to get to know some of the cards, and then, whoops. Okay, I guess you want this card then. It keeps falling out. Gathering of kin. Community calls. Not for idle chatter, but for shared intelligence and mutual watchfulness. Yeah, you know, because that's what's happening now. Everyone's starting to, like, come together, right? You're being called together. You're being called into this community. Omen reader. Signs are everywhere, but you must learn the language. Start with the patterns at your feet. Very interesting. They keep bringing that up. Okay, you want a couple more of these? I love these crow cards. They're so beautiful. This is a new deck too, this crow deck. I just got them this morning, I think. Thought it was a bigger deck though, so I was a little disappointed in that, but counsel in the trees. Seek counsel, but from those whose vision is broad and who have no stake in your indecisions. Yeah, that's where you have to be careful, because when you go to a friend or something and you pitch an idea to them, they might say things like, are you sure you want to do that? So it puts that seed of doubt. But if you're going to go to somebody that is, like maybe me, I would be like, damn, you should really work on that. Like maybe take step A or look for step B. Like I would encourage you I would like foster that. You know what I mean? I would help you feed that knowledge or feed that desire in yourself. You know what I mean? Okay. Ooh, this one just slipped out. What is this? The second nest. Always have a refuge, a backup plan, a sanctuary for your spirit. Prudence is not fear. Yeah. Oh, two more here. Feather in the wind. A sign is green. Its meaning is not in the finding, but in the direction it points your thoughts. Wow, they're really pulling out your thoughts a lot here. So whatever your thoughts are going on, you really need to figure that out. Caw of warning, a disruption in a message. Heed the alarm, not the noise. I don't really know what that means, Spirit. Heed the alarm, not the noise. Can you give me another one to go with that, to clarify that for me, please? The hidden nest. Oh my God. And that was on the bottom and I didn't take it. The hidden nest. Something precious. A dream. A talent. A relationship requires shelter and secrecy to flourish. So that's the warning. And I noticed I put it right out on the relationship here. So yeah, just like I said, you got to be careful who you tell your dreams to, because people might put thoughts in your mind, like negative thoughts that to diminish you or make you a little fearful or whatever. Even parents do that. Sometimes they don't even aware of it. Call across the void. Your inner voice, long ignored, now demands to be heard. Its tone may surprise you. And it's hear about these surprises. What's this one here? Shattering the illusion. Exactly. A comforting falsehood cannot survive scrutiny. Break it willingly to see reality. Sorry, the writing's really small and I got old eyes. Nest on the many threads. Your current situation is a complex weave of past choices. Find the loose thread to begin. No kidding, Spirit. I love these cards. Love them. Okay, so we're going to do a couple of these. Oh, you want me to read these? Okay. I don't know if you want it number 6 or not. That might not even pertain. I might have just messed that up. Okay, let's see what we have here for these. I'm going to close the reading. I think I babbled enough. Well, the new moon. Is that the only card you want? Yep, the new moon. Okay, new moon it is. Let me find the book. I should be more organized before I start these. My God, I think I'd have I'd be better being organized by now, keeping all my books together. And okay, I found one. Oh, there's the other one. Okay, here we go. What do you want me to read first? This one? This one. Okay, okay. Oops. Let's see here. So the new moon, obviously, is the beginning, right? So this phase represents the starting point of the lunar cycle. It is where the subconscious and the conscious mind share the same plane. And this means you should focus on your aspirations and emotional desires. Spirit. If you plant the seeds, they shall grow. Think of the new moon as a blank page where you control the story. What do you wish for most? This can also be a period of uncertainty and insecurity because we cannot see the moon's glow. But there's the moon right there. And I noticed they kept pointing the moon out to me, and I'm like, why are you pointing out the moon? Now I know. Funny. Okay, so what was that number again? Like, you got me off. Well, number 6. Number 6. What's the name of number 6? I might be completely off by this one. Soul talent. I wasn't off. I should know better by now. Okay. Nurturing a raw talent through exploration and expression transform. Oh, shit. That is not number 6. That's number 9. Because look, that's not the same card. Oh, okay. Maybe I did screw it up. So number 9. Okay. Oops. Let's try that again. Oh, commit to closure. Okay, the promise of the new can be enticing. The intoxicating blend of hope, inspiration, and optimism can seem irresistible. There are many beautiful ideas and dreams to conjure, yet limited time to bring them all to life. A vivid imagination, open to possibilities, can keep us youthful and vital. However, that same questioning nature can distract us from the fulfilling our purpose when driven by fear, boredom, or lack of commitment. And you notice I put it right out on the card that talks about like the fear and how to get rid of the fear, stop the fear. Sometimes the thrill of the new needs to be placed aside so that the joyful fulfillment of heartfelt ideas can come to life. There are many beautiful adventures on your spiritual horizon, but you can only approach them by taking the journey step by step in the here and now. Earn your next creative leap by attending to what needs to be done. So maybe I didn't screw up. Soul talent would have been good too, though. Okay, number 32. Restless for rebirth. Well, they brought that rebirth up quite a few times here. Do you ever feel like you want something, but you cannot quite articulate what that something is? Those are the times when growth simply must happen. When you feel compelled toward an unknown future, restlessness, excitement, or anxiety may be part of your growth experience. Negative responses toward that is happening are not an accurate assessment of what is unfolding for you. There are an accurate indication of emotional distress, likely sourced from childhood, which requires a response of compassion rather than panic. In whatever ways work for you, connect with the sources of spiritual light. Interesting, the spiritual light came up a couple times here. That you love the most. Relax into their comfort and assistance. You will know when to act, what to do, and when to let things unfold. Let your restlessness move you further along your inner journey without becoming impatient or forceful in your approach. As you grow, your outlook will become considerably more positive. Well, that's been very interesting. Okay, well, I hope this has helped with your manifesting, because It's been a lot. Oh, God, another long reading, I'm sure. I probably will check the time. It's probably been 2 hours or something. Okay, so anyway, this is all I have. And like it hasn't been enough. I'm going to bid you all a good day. And I hope this video finds you well. I'm going to send you all my love and light. Bye, everybody.